What is going on, YouTube, and welcome to my very first mock draft. This is MicroMike, and here we're going to go through each individual prospect for each NFL team, currently desired draft spot, currently giving the record of each NFL team. Before I get to the video, if you're not a subscriber, what are you doing? Over 60% of you are not subscribers. Hit that subscribe button, drop content every day, live shows on Thursday, and watch parties on Sunday. Great things. Make sure you subscribe and don't miss out. Smash that like button. It helps bring out the video YouTube algorithm, and that would be great. Without further ado, with the first pick in the 2021 NFL mock draft, no doubt about it, this is a surefire first pick for the New York Jets as they select Trevor Lawrence, quarterback from Clemson, who's 6'6", 220 pounds. He is physically gifted, has terrific size, athleticism, arm talent. He does well to read the coverage and identify the leverage. He's willing to challenge tight windows, trusts his ability to place the football, and has just the right amount of belief to believe that he can get every throw, because he nearly can. Always keeps his eyes downfield and makes subtle moves within the pocket to avoid the rushers and find throwing windows. He is comfortable navigating the pocket and making sure he gets that ball on target. This is a franchise guy, folks. And the New York Jets, great move here, selecting the quarterback. He's going to lead your team for the next 15 to 20 years. He is a surefire quarterback, no doubt about it. Just almost screwed it up with the upset possible win against the Patriots. Just keep the track going. Don't screw this up. And now here with the Jacksonville Jaguars, as they're on the clock with the second pick, and they are taking quarterback Justin Fields out of the Ohio State. He's 6'3", 233 pounds. Fields is getting the desired second college starting season to help build his stock and push Lawrence, even though he's not going to, confirming though that he is a dynamic dual threat and has the eyes on the draft. The Jaguars are starting to see signs that Gardner Minshew is truly not a franchise guy, and he's struggling against some defenses. This guy is a solid player. He'll help out with the current young players on your team, such as James Robinson, and give your future bright in Jacksonville. Now this is where the NFL draft gets a little more tricky here, and this is starting with the Dallas Cowboys, who are currently with the third pick, and I have them taking the best offensive tackle in this draft, Penei Sewell. And out of Oregon, he is 6'5", 325. Sewell's strong, sturdy presence would fit nicely operating on alongside Zack Martin, helping a better block for Ezekiel Elliott, better protecting of the quarterback Dak Prescott, if that's who they say with. He will do a very good job to bring that offensive line back to its once dominance form. No doubt about it, this guy will help your offense and it will help your defense by keeping the offense on the field, protecting the quarterback, and opening up the holes. This was a difficult pick for me for the fourth pick with the New York Giants. I really wanted to go quarterback here, but I have a feeling that the Giants are not going to do that. So I have them taking wide receiver Jamar Chase out of LSU. Chase is opting out of LSU action, and he's coming off a big final season. Joe Burrow, 84 catches, 1,780 yards, 20 touchdowns, and he would be an excellent addition and a playmaker to help out Daniel Jones and Saquon Barkley. They want to see if Daniel Jones is the guy for one more year. Give him another weapon, great wide receiver, alongside with Saquon Barkley. That offense can rip and tear up. If it fails, you could take a quarterback next year in the draft. And now the Washington Redskins are on the clock with the fifth pick, and here I have them taking quarterback out of North Dakota State, Trey Lance. Trey Lance is one game showcase with a weird Bison game planned in 2020. Cannot ignore, though, his impressive physical and athletic skills he has displayed in his first full season with 2,786 yards, 28 touchdowns, 0 interceptions, 1,100 yards rushing, 14 touchdowns. His name is only a few different from Trevor Lawrence, but he's an extremely gifted player. He can do both, running the pass, and I think he would do well with Ron Rivera. Folks, I think that would be a great pick for that team. hit that like button. Again, it really helps bring the video out of you to algorithm. It'd be greatly appreciated. I would love to hit over 100 likes in this video. Help me do that and smash that like button. With the 6th pick, the Los Angeles Chargers on the clock. They could go on many different ways, but why not solidify linebacker by taking Micah Parsons out of Penn State? He's 6'3", 245 pounds, straight monster. This team also think about taking a different position, such as cornerback, but why not when they have many needs? They should all be waiting on another round of that position. Anthony Lynn has a game-changing defensive disruptor in Joey Bosa and rebuild, and now taps in the Big Ten for Parsons for a rangy, hard-tackling, well-covered, clean-up man and a Luke Kuechly type of player. Ahead of Zopped out of the conference play with the stands, though, with the Big Ten returning. Parsons had 109 total tackles, including 5 sacks last season with the Nittany Lions. Again, they could go offense, but why not take this guy and really build a defense? You win championships with defense that can actually maybe sustain leads and not lose it in the 4th quarter with a player such as him. The Miami Dolphins are on the clock with the trade from the Texans. 1st round pick. The rich teams get richer, and that's the Dolphins here. I think this is a no-brainer. Why not help out Tua Tagovailoa by taking a wide receiver such as Rashad Bateman out of Minnesota? He's 6'2", 210 pounds. He's a reliable route-running guy all over the field. Miami needs to do better to complement the current players in the roster. Bateman, who opted out in 2020, he put up 60 catches for 1,201 yards and 11 touchdowns. He'll really help out that offense. They're getting better all around on the team. Their defense is looking good. Give it to us some help. Make this guy a game-changing quarterback for years to come. Nothing wrong with that. Now, the Cincinnati Bengals are on the clock. They can go different routes as well, but I want to help them out with the defense here, and they're going to take the best cornerback on the market right now, and that is Patrick Surtain out of Alabama, 6'2", 203 pounds. Surtain was a pedigree size, ball hawking skills, and a potential to be a true shutdown player. The Bengals secondary has been hurting and can use a game changer such as that. Again, when you look at him, you see a guy who potentially could be an island player. Take him, solidify that defense, and this team will continue to rise. They're going against a division that's very difficult. Help shut down those quarterbacks and get the Patrick Surtain out of Alabama. The Panthers are on the clock here, and to me, with such a player right now on the board with edge rusher from Miami, 6'6", 260 pounds, Gregory Rousseau, this guy is a monster. He can get after the quarterback, continue to build this defense, and compete. You need to get after Tom Brady. You need to get after Drew Brees, and they're having issues rushing the passer, so why not get an upgrade? In 2021, the ACC and Hurricanes are playing, but Rousseau opted out, and they didn't really need to play to boost his stock after posting 15.5 sacks, 19.5 tackles for loss in his long, significant final season under defensive-minded head coach Manny Diaz. To me, take the guy, rush the passer, and get some wins. Now with the 10th pick, the Atlanta Falcons are on the clock. This was the hardest pick for me in this NFL mock draft. They really needed defensive end, and it was taken at the 9th pick. So they're stuck with the 10th, and I went with Marvin Wilson, defensive tackle out of Florida State, who's 6'5", 311 pounds. They did well last year, solidifying the defensive tackle, but why not add another piece with another defensive tackle? Best way to get to the passer is through the middle, and they took this guy here. The missing ingredient is lining up front against the run. Wilson can easily come out and gone in the first round last year. Highly disruptive, 5 sacks for the Seminoles. He was 1 sack, 17 tackles in 7 games this season. Go ahead, put him on the interior, stop the run, get after the passer in the middle. They can't step in the pocket. That is a win. Now, the Detroit Lions are on the clock here. This is the curveball of the draft, and with the 11th pick in the 2021 NFL mock draft, the Detroit Lions select quarterback Zack Wilson, BYU, 6'3", 210 pounds. It is time for the heir apparent of Matthew Stafford. Look, he was a great quarterback for the Cougar spread offense. He is good athletic in regards to the balance and agility. He has a lean frame, could afford to miss and gain a little more strength and physicality in the pocket. He's subtle movements. Innate feels the pressure, leaving him alone, and he can do well in the rush. He demonstrates good ability to extend the plays when he gets outside the pocket. He demonstrates good mobility and boot reads, option plays, and threat to the defense as a runner. His mobility buys his second chances, and he does outstanding keeping his eyes downfield, delivering the football out and inside the pocket. He is excellent at booting left and right, moving his hips, and delivering the football in multiple different angles. It is time for a new era in Detroit. Going to have a new general manager, going to have a new head coach, and it is time to find the replacement to Matthew Stafford. Now, the Minnesota Vikings are on the clock, and why not boost the interior? Get a guard center, Creed Humphrey out of Oklahoma. He's 6'4", 312 pounds. They have been hurting on the offensive line for a long time there in Minnesota. The guy is a straight monster. The Vikings have been hurting at the guard, and they need a next first-round center to help out. Humphrey is an ideal fit for their zone blocking scheme. Combine athleticism with the means to hand punch and become a mightier first-rounder and really helping a team out, solidifying the run and holding the quarterback upright. If he's available, no quarterback's available that you like, go ahead, solidify the offensive line. It's not the sexiest pick in the world, but it is definitely how you win in the NFL via trenches. Hit that notification bell. Why do you want to hit that notification bell? Dropping content every day, and I have a mailbag video that will be available at 10:30 in the morning on Saturday, and of course the live watch party on Sunday, 1 p.m. Eastern time on my channel. Play-by-play, live audio. Don't want to miss out. Hit the notification bell. 13, the New England Patriots are on the clock. They wanted to get a quarterback here. It didn't work out for the guy they wanted in Zach Wilson. So help out Cam Newton and take a wide receiver out of Alabama, 5'10", 182 pounds, and Jalen Waddle. It's clear the Patriots need a game-changing wide receiver. They won't be re-signing with some of the players currently on the team. The Patriots need to pop their offense, and it would be hard to pass up on Waddle. He's likely to push their offense forward. He should be well recovered for a season-ending fractured injury to hit the NFL running as a rookie. A lot of quality wide receivers out there. If you look in the 20 draft, a lot of players came in, game-changing for their team. Do that now with Jalen Waddle. The Denver Broncos are on the clock with the 14th pick, and no doubt about it, you got to take a tackle here. You got to solidify that offensive line, and Alex Leatherwood is available from Alabama. He's a big body. Look, it's simple. You need to get a quarterback, and the Broncos may stick with Drew Lock, and I think they will, but they need to upgrade the pass protection. Leatherwood would be a fine replacement for an upgrade. He's an elite athletic who can become a top overall blocker and should keep working on his strength and technique. He will do well to really help out that position. They need to protect Lock, throw him in there, help it out. With the 15th pick, the 49ers are on the clock. They need to get young in the secondary, so why not get Sean Wade, cornerback out of the Ohio State. Wade is a nice size like his former Buckeye teammate Jeffrey Okudah, and he's active and instinctive in coverage. He's reverse, is opted out, and will use to build his stock, possibly a top 10 status. So if he is here, you need to get young. You got some older guys in there. Throw him in the secondary, build that defense, and build a quality team defensively. With the 16th pick, the Chicago Bears are on the clock. This, to me, is a no-brainer. Their offensive line is hurting. They want to get a quarterback probably in this draft, but in my opinion, they probably get one in the second round. So beef up the offensive line and take guard out of Ohio State, who is Wyatt Davis. He's 6'4", 315 pounds. The Bears need offensive line help in a big way. Davis is elite right guard next to the right tackle. He's already been shown plenty in the ways, paving the way for the Buckeyes' prolific rushing attack before deciding to opt out back in the season. No doubt about it. Just beef up the offensive line. Don't think about it. If the quarterback's not there, get him in the second round. solidify that offensive line. You already got a good defense. It makes a lot of sense. Browns are on the clock with the 7th pick. Why not make the defensive line beefer and better? You always have a defensive line. Get after the quarterback. No reason not to do that. And take one out of Quincy Roch. He's 6'4", 235 pounds. He can give you a solid every down play. Transfer, had 13 sacks in his final season in Temple. He's proven himself to be more of a Russo Miami with 2.5 sacks in 7 games. Roch is also a nose for the ball and coverage when needed. They already got our dynamic defensive line. Make it more dynamic. You can never have enough pass rushers. Colts are on the clock here with the 18th pick. They actually really could go quarterback here, but I actually think they may trade for one, possibly. Who knows? Or they could draft one later in the draft. But here, I'm going to give them a wide receiver from Purdue, Rondale Moore, who's 5'9", 180 pounds. Colts need to help T.Y. Hilton out more, who opted back in to make more of the big plays out of the Boilermakers. He has yet to hit the field. He hit the field. He is versatile, athletic, and explosive in catch and waiting for big-time play to occur. Take him. Then you really have a good wide receivers. You got a young running back last year. Go ahead and get the quarterback in the later draft or make a trade. With the 19th pick, the Philadelphia Eagles are on the clock, and a great player fell to them. It makes a lot of sense, and that's the linebacker out of Alabama, Dylan Moses. The Eagles need desperately to upgrade the second level play, and Moses, he's instinctive. He's ideally perfect for Jim Schwartz's defense. Easily have gone in the 2020 first round with the knee injury, who wiped his entire 2019 season in Tuscaloosa. This season, Moses has picked up where he left off in 2018 with 50 tackles, 1.5 sacks, and interception in these games. This guy is a monster. Throw him on this team. You really help out the defense. Nothing wrong bulking that position for linebacker. Comment, who is your favorite prospect in this year's draft? Let me know in the comment section. Let's turn this into a forum. It doesn't necessarily have to be the top pick. It can be an undrafted rookie. It could be a guy no one's talking about. Let me know. Put your prospect in the comment section. Cardinals are on the clock with the 20th pick, and I need to help out Smith, guard from Tennessee. He does well with the leveraging his hips. He fit his hands, accelerate his feet, and to create movement in the run game. Excellent combo blocking, climbing to the second level, highly successfully connecting with the blocks to the second level, often springing his big back to make gains. Now the Dolphins are on the clock with the 21st pick, and let's help out that defense and give them the best safety on the clock in Javon Holland out of Oregon. The Dolphins need some safety help in the NFL. Holland is coming off a very impressive season where his 5.5 tackles for loss, 4 interceptions. He has nice size, well-rounded skill set. Throw him on that defense. This team is scary, scary good. Making the Dolphins. Jaguars are on the clock. They decided to go offense with their first pick. Now it's time to go defensive tackle out of Pittsburgh, 6'2", 290 pounds, and that's Jalen Twyman. This guy is a monster. The Jaguars need to beef up the defensive line. Twyman with some Aaron Donald upside out of Pittsburgh, too. He's ripped offensive linemen for 10.5 sacks, 12 tackles in the 2019. This guy is a monster. Beef up that line, stop the run, get after the quarterback, be a great pick in my opinion. The Oakland Raiders are on the clock with the 23rd pick, and why not beef up the interior of the defensive line as well out of Alabama, 6'5", 292, Christian Barmore. Barmore has already rock solid, mature upper body. It makes him hard blockers to engage, stick with his great body. Alabama interior defender possesses outstanding raw power combined with active, busy, and powerful hands, and enable his frame to remain clean and disengage when necessary. He is excellent executing the swim arm moves and allowed him to make plays behind the line and gap defender. Look, this guy's a monster. I think he'd do good for your defensive line. I think if you're wanting to get another quarterback, maybe in the later rounds, you already got Mariota to back up. Go ahead and beef up defensive line and get after it. The Titans are on the clock, and I think right here they're going to go edge defender here out of Pittsburgh, 6'5", 260. a surprise name to enter the first round. Jones has been rock solid and a leader for the Panthers defensive line. Getting to the quarterback is a phenomenon that's been rare for the Tennessee this season. The pocket will welcome sight in Nashville. Take him, do a great job, get after the quarterback, get young. Tampa Bay Buccaneers, to me, this makes a lot of sense here. Take the best running back on the board, and that's Travis Etienne. And that's a running back out of Clemson. He's 5'10", 205. The Bucs tried their best solving the running back woes in the passing game by adding Leonard Fournette and LaShawn McCoy behind Ronald Jones, but Tom Brady's really needs more versatile weapons, and James White mold for this second year of the Buccaneers. He who surprised by returning to Clemson racked up 1,125 yards, 12 touchdowns in 8 games, adding to his dazzling career numbers for the Tigers. He's a special back in the modern NFL. They need to give one more year for Tom Brady. They got a lot of weapons there, a lot of older guys. Go all the way, get their running back, and see if you can make a run again. With the 26th pick, the New York Jets are on the clock. What'd they do with the first pick? They took the quarterback. What is a great pick to help a young quarterback? And that's taking a tight end out of Penn State, the best one, 6'5", 258, and Pat Freiermuth. He's the best tight end in this draft. He's very strong class receiving tight ends out of Pittsburgh. And Miami's Brevin Jordan. He's decided to return to school, but he didn't opt out for the 20 season. Produced 16 catches for 197 yards and a touchdown in 3 games. He's got ideal size strength, and he can also be power inline presence in the running game. Start over with the Jets. You got your quarterback. You got his best weapon there for the tight end. You're making noise, slowly but surely building a team. With the 27th pick, the Baltimore Ravens are on the clock. Let's get more weapons to Lamar Jackson by selecting Devontae Smith, wide receiver out of Alabama. Give him more help. Smith has picked up from where he left off last season, posting 68 catches for 1,256 yards on 14 touchdowns, making his big share, big plays all over the field. Another loaded receiving core. He has 56 catches for 759 yards, 8 more touchdowns in 6 games this season. Makes sense to me. Keep that offense built strong and tough, consistently giving weapons to Lamar Jackson. With the 28th pick, the Buffalo Bills, in my opinion, select interior defensive line out of USC, Jay Tufele. He's 6'3", 350 pounds. Jay aligns at the defensive tackle for the Trojans. Even front defense, he aligns at the 1 shade and 3 tech from the Trojan defense, and he's capable of projecting to the role of the pro level as well. He's a good athlete with good quickness, balance, and the interior and body control. In the passing game, he is sufficient to generate pressure. Tufele is an explosive athlete who uses his powerful hands to defeat interior linemen inside and get after the quarterback. He does a good job pushing the depth of the pocket for the interior rusher and to effective bull rush to stop the run and get after the passer. Go ahead, take the interior. You can never have enough quality interior linemen. Currently with the 29th pick, the Green Bay Packers select finally a first-round wide receiver in Chris Olave out of Ohio State. He is 6 foot, 185 pounds. He's a smooth operator. Really appreciate his body control. He gets some of the best sideline skills, and I recall seeing him as a quality wide receiver prospect in recent memory, and he was one true sophomore in 2019. He's got a comparable skill set to Devonta Smith in my eyes, and there is a great deal of polished route running ability to create false step in the secondary. Olave offers a good burst, although in a long speed doesn't appear as well. He will blow anyone out the water. Go ahead and put him with Devontae Adams. Good wide receiver duo there. Try to give Rodgers another wide receiver to make a run again in the upcoming season. The Kansas City Chiefs are on the clock, and they will select, in my opinion, Carlos Basham out of edge, Wake Forest. The Chiefs will look to upgrade the pass rush. The explosive Basham is building on his 10-sack season, 18 tackles for loss for the Deacons last season, with 5 sacks in the first 6 games this season. He's a good pass rusher. Throw him on that line. Continue to build. Makes sense. Saints are on the clock with the 31st pick, and they take Paulson Odabo, cornerback from Stanford, 6'1", 190 pounds. He aligns primarily outside of the cornerback in the defense, 3-year player, 2-year starter. In the run game, he is sufficient and he's willing to tackle her aggressively. Shows up in the run game, he simply lacks the lower body strength and mass to be more efficient as a tackler in the run game. In the passing game, he is sufficient, displaying long arms, good length, but rarely uses them as a router and press. Throw him in the secondary and help him in the defense out with a young cornerback. With the final pick, the Steelers are on the clock here with the 32nd pick, and they want to solidify the offensive line with Samuel Cosmi out of Texas. He's a big guy at 6'7", 300 pounds, an athletic and easy mover all three levels. Cosmi wins with the sharp, accurate blocking angles. He isn't a people mover or blocker that will consistently generate a ton of movement, but he is wise and selective in his plan of attack and winning by people opposition to the spots. He showed a little bit of a mean streak with one-arm chop and demolish hands and defenders when placing to the frame, and that's kind of what you want to see out of the Steelers. Let me know, folks, about this mock draft. What did I do right? What I did wrong? Let me know in the comment section. In the upcoming videos, on Saturday, you got the mailbag segment at 10:30 in the morning, and well, on Sunday, the live watch party. With that said, folks, adios.